Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very well. Back in City Fan TV headquarters, well, basically my attic. Got the green screen, behind me, so you got that formidable. It's got the lovely best team in all the land and all the world picture behind it, and I got the beautiful Bernard Dineen in the house. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, you're in your studio, and I'm downstairs in the living room because work's going on upstairs. So yeah, I'm out of mine. You're in yours. So swings and roundabouts, mate. Swings and roundabouts.
That's it. But at least we got a decent connection. We can have us in big if we want. Hey, but I do like this one with that behind, with the trophies behind us, guys. We are here to preview a little old game, little rivalry from that mob down in Trafford. It's the Manchester derby at the weekend. Manchester City versus Man United. Are you going, Bernard? Are you going?
I am. Of course, I'm going.
I'm
question.
I'm going because no one's. Someone would have to offer me a lot of money, not for my ticket, but for a gig to go. It's been penciled in my diary for a couple of months that this weekend I'm not doing. I've already turned some work down. I'm not doing now. I want to go to this game because I actually looked at the diary. I can't go to the next, I think 6 games or something, 6 or 7 games because I'm away. So I want to get this. I want to go to this because I might not go to another game for a couple of months. And it's an important game, this derby. We're here to preview that. Obviously against those dirty rags from Trafford and our beautiful blue.
Welcome to Manchester. Yes.
Yeah. They just don't get it, do they? Just don't get it. So, do you think the Manchester United fans will be able to get the train back to London? Because they're not.
Did you see that one crying on social media?
No. What was that?
Oh, he was just crying about he's got a ticket. He's not going. He's give it to someone else because he can envisage at least a 4-0 and all this. The typical.
No.
What's the SHIT house stuff? You know what I mean?
No.
We get from
United. I can't see it. Look,
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm a United fan. I would be more confident with this than I have been for a few seasons. In fairness, because they got beat up by Fulham, but we know on the day they've got the team that can trouble us, and we have to be at it. We have to be far better than ignore the Luton game, which was a one-off that for reasons. Some people thought we were brilliant, but let's not overdo it. I mean, I think they should. I'm confident. I'm confident in my boys. I'm confident.
Yeah.
Of course I am. But as a United fan, I wouldn't be. I would be optimistic. I would be slightly optimistic they might nick something.
You're right, Bernard. There's no need to be disconsolate before the game. If we beat you United 4 or 5, yes, be miserable afterwards. But you're right. This is the way City are playing. This is set up for a smash and grab. It's set up for playing, 5 or 6 in defence, ultra cautious, and look for people with your pace like Rashford to hit us on the break.
Hodgland's on fire, isn't he?
He's not. He's injured, mate. He's out.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, he's out. He's certainly.
Is he not playing then?
No, he's certainly not playing.
Right. Okay.
2 or 3 weeks.
I've not looked at it. See, I've not done my little preparation yet, so I didn't know.
No, I mean, I'll tell you why. The reason I know it, not that I've been paying attention. No, I haven't. The last few weeks, obviously, I've been away. I've not been paying too much attention. Certainly don't know what's going on much with City. But we live in a red media world. So they're all talking about Liverpool and the Klopp Lovathon. They're talking about United and Jim Ratcliffe and Eric Ten Hag. And that's why I heard that
Arsenal are up,
Yeah, so that's why I've heard that Højlund's not playing. But it's obviously it's a game we've got to win. We are miles better than them, but we've got to do it. It's no paper. Paper results mean now. This is not the Pools panel. They're not sitting for us. We've got to go out there and get the 3 points. It'd be lovely to smash them. I think if we do go 2 or 3 goals up like against Luton, I don't see United haven't got the right stuff to fight back the way Luton did last night. United will just bend over and say, take us and do us good and proper, and we could claw back our goal difference on Liverpool and Arsenal.
Stop it! Stop saying all these positives, mate. Stop it!
It's not like me, but no, I'm just saying if we get an early goal, I think we can walk away with it, because you look at some of their players. Rashford does not want to be there. He's so unhappy. He wants the money, but he don't want to be there. Bruno diving and cheating. I just think they haven't got the backbone. They're cowards. A lot of United players are cowards. Some of the young ones aren't, because they don't. They've not been there long enough. But some of them are cowards, and they will just give up as soon as they can. I want to talk about the team, because this team is going to be really, really difficult to work out. Obviously, Grealish got injured last night. He won't be available, and I think
Grealish was really key for Pep.
I think he was nailed on
game as well.
I think he was like you. I think he was nailed on for that United game. He needed some minutes in his legs, but he was nailed on for the United game because of the control that he offers that Doku just doesn't offer us. And Doku's been pretty poor. If we're honest, if City fans
take up Bob in, Bob's got more control.
I'd be interested, but I've got another man. I've got another man for the job.
Oh, don't say Alvarez.
No. We'll go through the team. So obviously Grealish is out. The one question I've got to ask you, I've asked you this before, but on a different video. Why on earth did Pep play KDB for the full 90 minutes? Looking when we were 6-2 up, especially looking for an injury for KDB when he was tired. Tell you the backstory of KDB. Obviously, he got injured in the Champions League final. He played the first game of the season. He got injured again. Okay, he had an operation. He was out for 5 months. He comes back slowly. Looks magnificent. His hair looks magnificent. And on the pitch, he was brilliant. He changed the game against Newcastle. He got us that. He dug out that win for us, him and Oscar Bob, but mostly KDB. Then he misses. He doesn't start 2 games because of a little niggle, the little concern. He comes on for 10 or 15 minutes against Bournemouth, gets booked for his troubles, and so he's missed. He's had all this time out. He's not played 90 minutes before, I don't think, since he's been back. He doesn't start 2 games, and then Pep sticks him out for 90 minutes when we don't need him. Does that mean KDB's not going to play on Saturday or the weekend?
Well, if you look at the position of the game, obviously we're strolling 77 minutes. We're not going to let 4 goals in 77 minutes, are we? But look at the guys he took off. Look at the 4 guys that he took off. He took off Stones, possibly fair enough, protect Stones. He took off Bernardo, who again didn't have the greatest game. I didn't think. Is Bernardo a sort of guy who needs to be taken off? I'm not overly sure about that. He took off Aki. Aki can play forever at the moment. All right, he picks up his injuries now and then, but he looked fine to me. He wasn't overly taxed. Perhaps because he was quiet, perhaps there was something wrong with Aki. I'm not too sure. That's why they took him off. And he took off Haaland, which is no surprise. But really, 2 of those 4, you could have switched one of them for KDB, I would have thought. I just don't, because KDB went out on the wing. You could see he just didn't want to be involved. He was tired. He was worn out. And what is the point? All right, we only played 90 minutes. Thank God Taylor saw sense and didn't put any injury time on, another 6 or 7 minutes. But
here's the thing. He's for butting in, but here's the thing about KDB. I did a video about him, about the link to Saudi. And I just forgot my point now. But I did this video about him. And I said the same thing last night. There are a few positions in our side where we have no alternative. Haaland, no alternative. Rodri, no alternative. KDB, no alternative. John Stones' hybrid role, no alternative. The way John Stones is doing, Rico Lewis doesn't do what John Stones is doing at the moment. So there's no alternative. But for Aki, we've got Akanji, we've got Walker, we've got Diaz, we've got 4 other defenders. So we've got at the moment, because obviously Gvardiol's out. That's the only reason I can see taking 2 defenders off, because Gvardiol's out. And we've got 5 defenders. If you don't include Gomez and Rico Lewis, we've got 5 defenders at the moment. And I can see, it is wise to take some of them off. Haaland, obviously, you take him off because is Haaland.
Gomez, where KDB was playing on that in that
Yeah.
final moments of the game on the left, Gomez can play in that position easily. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all he would have needed to do.
But the other thing, the reason why I think maybe he took Bernardo off, because there's no one else to play in Bernardo's place on the right. Plus, Grealish is injured. So you've lost another option. So you see, what you could have done, you can do, is have Grealish on the left and Doku on the right if you want. But with Grealish out, you've got fewer options. So I can see why he was saving Bernardo. But personally, I'd have saved KDB before I saved Bernardo, because I still think you've got options. So that was disappointing. For me, I'm going to ask you for your team for the derby. I mean, let's go through it, because I think that's. Can
we do it together? Because we're
all right. All right. I'll start first. I love starting off. I'll see Edison in goal.
Well, you got to go Walker, mate, haven't you? Surely.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Walker.
So next, who's next? Go on.
Stones. Your turn.
Yeah, Diaz.
Aki.
Yeah, well, that's that. So no place for Akanji.
Nope.
No.
Stones has
obviously coming out from that of the obvious. I've got an easy one. Answer. Rodri.
Yeah, Rodri. Okay. I didn't say we have to go in order, so I'm going to go Haaland.
No, you've got to go in order. Don't cheat.
Okay. KDB.
Yeah. Foden.
That was an easy choice. I'm going Haaland.
That's not in order, you cheat.
He's order 2 attacking midfielders and 3 up front.
Now, listen, the interesting one has got to be the elephant in the room, hasn't he? He missed his first Premier League game, didn't he, the other day? His first start. Is Alvarez going to be? And I would tend to say Alvarez based on the fact we've no Grealish and he's not going to trust Doku.
Yeah. Okay, who's on the right for you? You're having Alvarez. I'll have Bernardo. Personally,
yeah, the balance isn't sort of right, is it?
No.
Bernardo and Alvarez.
Personally, I would have Nunes or Kovacic.
Yeah, I'd have Kovacic for he's doing all right. As long as he's not taking shots from 30 yards against United, I'll have Kovacic. Yeah.
The reason I'd have Kovacic is the same reasons you'd have Kovacic, because he's playing well. I think he covered for Rodri fine last night. Obviously, it was against Luton, so let's step back and say, he's not a replacement for Rodri. That's got to come this summer.
Yeah, I mean, the defense. You can't say the defense was well protected last night because Luton had plenty of chances. So our defensive midfielder, if it was Kovacic, he was pretty crap, to be honest with you.
On the left, you could have Oscar Bob, you could have Doku, but I'd go for Mateus Nunes, because I think
Bob and Doku against United. It'd be nice to see Bob having a go, but just to start off, keep his more tried and trusted guys.
Well, I would go for, personally, I wouldn't go for Alvarez I'd go for Mateus Nunes. I think he's had a couple of good games. He's shown that he's quicker than I thought. He can be that box. I wanted him to be that box-to-box midfielder. He's shown surges, and
I think he could worry United more than Alvarez will.
Yeah, I think he would worry United more than Alvarez. I think he'd keep the ball better than Doku. And I think he's got more experience than Oscar. Oscar Bob's exciting, but I just think he's inexperienced. The only way to get experience is to play. But I just think Nunes is a halfway house. He offers us the ability to go past players. You might have thought, I know you said Grealish had a decent game last night. I was having a good game. For me, he had one where he took a player on the outside, put a shit cross in. And then he had a shot, which was poor.
Yeah.
Because that cross was just put in the box. Now, I think what Mateus Nunes brings us is a hybrid. He's between Doku and Grealish. He gives us the potential to go inside or outside on surging runs like Doku, but he also gives us better control. He gives us more Grealish-esque control. It's not perfect. If you say on a scale of 1 to 10 in giving control and not losing the ball, Grealish is a 10. Doku's a 6. Nunes, I think, would be a 7.5 to 8. So he's an in-between, but I just think he offers us something in the attacking third. I think he's got better creativity than Alvarez. Alvarez might run more, but I think Nunes has got better creativity, and I actually think he gives us better balance with him on the left, Bernardo on the right, and Haaland up top. The reason I wouldn't have Doku is he's not doing it at the moment. Doku hasn't scored or assisted since the 6-1 against Bournemouth, where he got a goal and 4 assists.
Yes, I think the team, actually, as you say there, just looking at who's missing out, I think it's sort of picking itself. And the fact, the only doubt we've got perhaps is just how Pep has been relying on Alvarez a little bit. And of course, we've seen that he has rested him, but does that mean he was sort of holding him back for United and Pep will stick him in whatever happens?
Yeah. So it's
don't forget. I mean, so we're having a down on Alvarez. I mean, he's a cracking player. I just don't ever think Pep gets the best out of him in the positions he plays in.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting anyway who Pep picks. I don't think we'll get it right.
Well, with that team we've gone through there, if we don't get at least 9 or 10, I'll be very disappointed.
I'll be disappointed if we don't get 10, because I think the only issue that's up in the air is Akanji or
if someone's not come out of last night very well, Kevin's got his niggle back, after that 90-odd minutes. And
whether he drops KDB. If KDB said, I want to go to Saudi for 100 million, he can do one.
He's here for life, mate. He's going to be Pep's assistant, and Pep's got to stay forever, so it's no problem.
Actually, that's interesting. That is it for a different video, but
Gundo and KDB dream ticket going forward.
No company. No, Patrick Vieira.
No, because he's been crap.
Who? Patrick Vieira?
He can come back and be an ambassador. He's all right. Tell you what, he can be the set piece coach or something like that, because he's obviously only done one good thing in the last few months. So we'll have him there.
Yeah. Well, all right. Last question. Score prediction.
I'm going to be boring, mate. I'm going to go for one that you'd probably say. I'm going to go 3-1.
I knew you were going to do it. I knew it.
I can see them scoring.
Yeah,
for the start. So it's going to be 1. I don't want to get 2. I want a 6-1 at least. But I mean, obviously, I'll settle for 3-1.
I'm going for 2-0. I'm going for 2-0 because I think if we can get an early-ish goal, we will sit back and try and take control. And I don't look at obviously we've got a big week coming up. We've got the game against Copenhagen in midweek, but we're 3-1 up, so we should be able to rest a few players. Bring back Akanji, bring back Alvarez, bring back Doku for the game. Bring back Kovacic or Nunes, whoever doesn't play. So I'm maybe throwing Rico Lewis and Gomez or whatever. But then we've got the Liverpool game. So I think we'll be looking at conserving a bit of energy.
What's the position on Rodri, mate? If he gets booked against United, will he miss Liverpool, or is it past that?
No. Blackpool Blu-ray. I think he took us to task. He said, basically, I think he said we don't know anything.
I think we can only go off what we see. I mean, I don't know.
Rodri's well shot. I think
we're there to be informed. That's what And if you're constructively informed, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure. He usually gets most things wrong, so he's bound to get something right occasionally.
Yeah, no. Oh dear me! How can you say that?
I'll get it now. I'll get it on my channel now. He'll be there telling me off.
All right, give me a second. Discipline, yellow cards. Oh no, that's.
So could Rodri have played last night and got booked and still been okay?
Yeah. I believe so. If I believe so, I'm just trying to. I can't look at it. I'm just trying to look at his yellow cards for this season. Footy stats.
I was surprised because I'm sure he's already missed, and I thought, why is he so close to another banner? I did think that at the time, but obviously duff information from somewhere.
Yeah, let me just try and see. I'm just trying to see his yellow cards. Wow. So bear with me, guys. It's not something that I had on me. Okay, he's got 8 yellow cards. So you get the thing at 10. Now he's had 9 cards in total. He's had that red card, but you ignore that. I think at worst he's got
already served a ban, hasn't he, for some?
Yeah. So he's got, as far as he served 2 bans, hasn't he? He served a ban for a red card and 1 for 2 yellows. So he's missed 4 games. What the straight red, he got a 3-game ban, and the 2 yellows he got or a tot. Was it a totting up or
Totting
2
up,
yellows?
yeah, totting up, I think.
Yeah, he missed 1, but I think he's got 2 more yellows in him, so he can get a yellow against United.
Do they ever run out, or is that it? Till is he still on that till the end of the season?
Who's that? No.
Does it ever run out? I mean, is
no,
it
no. I think it resets in the new year, so it's been reset. So, but
yeah, so that whatever happens now between now and the end of the season, he's gonna if he gets another 2 bookings, he'll miss a couple of games. Whatever happens,
I'm not sure. I'll be honest. He could have had 6 yellow cards before the turn of the year, and that's why he's been wiped out. I don't know, but safe to say he's got at least 2 yellow cards in him. Right. So Rodri,
he can get booked against United, and he can get booked against Liverpool.
Yeah. And actually, that's probably the way.
Copenhagen doesn't count, does it?
Obviously, it doesn't count Copenhagen, but he's the thing because he can go out and get. Let me just work it out. He can go out and get a couple of bookings, and then
he definitely didn't play to get a yellow card in that last game he played. You could tell he was reining it in. Definitely.
No, there's no problem, mate.
I'm just saying, if he got a yellow and then got a yellow against United, he would have missed Liverpool. So that's probably why.
Put it this way: I certainly want him to play the next 5 league games because we got United, Liverpool, Brighton, Arsenal, Villa.
Has Brighton been changed now?
Has it? With the FA Cup. That actually might be good for us. Depends who we draw. If you draw Liverpool in the FA Cup, then that ain't going to be.
I envisage Newcastle away at the moment. That's my plan on that one. Or United away if they win.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see who we draw, but we'll find out tonight. Let's not worry too much about that. I would like Coventry at home, obviously.
I've never been to Coventry. We've got a fair amount of tickets. I might have a chance. I've been to the old Coventry, but not been to the new.
We get 15%, and Coventry's ground holds at over 20,000. So, is it?
Yeah, still probably struggling. I thought it held near 30, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, the Ricoh Arena is just over 30,000, 32,500.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Highfield Road 4 or 5 times, but I've never been to the Ricoh.
So it's 32,500. So if you get 15% of that, you're getting 3,200 plus 2,100. You're getting 5,300 tickets ish. Okay, which I think will give you a good chance to go.
Anyway, it doesn't matter because we'll get Liverpool, United, or Newcastle away.
Well, if we get Coventry away and you can't get a ticket, you can have mine because that weekend, St. Patrick's weekend, I'm over in Ireland for the crack.
Oh, Jesus.
No, come on, behave yourself, mate. I did. On a side note,
I'm Irish ancestry, mate. I can do that. I'm all right.
I did make I did make a joke. I did this TED talk a week before. Or was it last week? And I made a joke before we started because we're trying to fiddle with the lights. And put my Irish accent on, and nobody laughed. And I actually said, I'm not going to make any jokes in this talk because nobody laughed at me. I thought my first one was it's definitely going to work. But I don't think. I think someone said my Irish accent was a bit too strong. Anyway, guys, there you have it. We're going to blabbed on for a bit longer than we expected. Bernard's going for 3-1. I'm going for 2-0. As long as we win, we'll be happy. And hopefully we'll catch you at the weekend to give you a report on the game. Thank you. Thanks so much, Bernard. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you around Blues.